Alrighty, hello guys, what's going on? It is Sunday, 2 o'clock. It is time for an interview for LexTalkBiz. So I'm super excited because today I'm going to be having Angela on LexTalkBiz. We are going to be talking all stuff business, mom life, the whole thing, you name it. So I'm going to go ahead and bring her on and then we're going to get started. Let me see where she is. There she is. Here we go. Alright, let's wait for her to come on. Connecting. Hi.
That's my ring. Hey.
Huh? Oh wait, I think your camera is like
Sideways.
Yeah. There you go.
I gotta hold it now. So hey, well, I tried to put it away. I'm like it's gonna be shaking.
How are you, girl?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, girl. It's been a day. It's been a morning. You know.
Yeah. I got peed on, so it's awesome. Awesome.
Hashtag mom life. Hashtag mom life.
Yeah.
You gotta make it happen.
Yeah.
Stuff you gotta do. Burning down with pee on your clothes.
Yeah.
That's so crazy. So a little backstory, we're gonna get started. So me and Angela actually went to high school together, and we pretty much have just stayed in touch via social media, seeing each other's lives just happen. And so now you have like super successful businesses, and I'm so happy to see that happen.
Thank you.
I'm just over here trying to do my own thing. So
You're doing great.
Thank you, girl. Thank you. So I'm trying. So I just wanted you to share about, like a little bit about yourself, your backstory, and then we'll get into some business talk.
Okay. So I have two children, Riley and Roman. Riley is 4. Roman sounds bad. I don't know. 9 months old. Married, husband. Went to college. My degree, didn't use it. What else? I have my YouTube channel, Angela Jasmina, as well as kidscustomdesigns.com, which is technically still my Etsy shop, but I sell like stuff for other Etsy shop owners to create items. And then AJ Blanks, which is like the hardest thing that I've been trying to do for years that I finally was able to figure out and do. Thank you. So those are the 3. It's 3 businesses, but they're technically still one and the same.
They're all like interrelated, though.
Exactly.
It's not like one industry and then another industry.
Yeah. Everything's together. Yeah.
So how did that come about? How did you even get into designing clothes? How did that even happen?
Well, originally, I went to school for criminal justice because I swore my options were I was going to be in the FBI or I was going to bake cakes. Yeah, I don't know. Neither, not close, none of them.
Nothing happened with that.
So I worked at Target as a security officer, and I liked the job. It was not a problem, but obviously I can't do that for the rest of my life. Yeah. Then I ended up surprisingly pregnant with my daughter and my husband, but then boyfriend at the time was like, yeah, no, you can't do that job. So I was like, all right. So
you never have a little one in there.
I literally, the day I found out I was pregnant, I just had to go to work the next day. I quit. I never quit from a job. I'm like, I can't even give you 2 weeks because it's not safe. So I'm like, I just quit. And then I cried because I felt so bad for quitting.
I'm sure all of the hormones, all of that.
Yeah. It was crazy. So then, fast forward a little bit, I was like an eBay reseller. I used to resell stuff on eBay. I'd go to Target and look for clearance, try to resell stuff. Yeah. And then I love Victoria's Secret. So then I would resell Victoria's Secret. So it started, my mother-in-law reminded me from there. So I did a yard sale in my mother-in-law's house in the front yard to sell the Victoria's Secret stuff.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, why don't you go to the flea market and sell at the flea market? And I'm like, okay. So I went to the flea market, and that's where literally everything started from there.
Wow.
Because the spot that I was in at the flea market, there was a lady who had that spot before me who used to sell custom kids' birthday clothing. So they kept coming to me asking me for custom kids' birthday clothing every single weekend. So many questions. So I was like, well, I'll try it. Okay. People keep asking because they're like, are you the girl? And I'm like, I'm not, but I can be.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's where it really started. And then I found videos on YouTube on how to embroider because most of the lady did was screen printing, and people were like, well, she charged so much and you wash it and it fades away. So sorry, notifications.
You're good. You're good.
So then I tried to figure out, well, what can I do that lasts? So I was like, oh, embroidery, okay. Nah, I've never sewn a day in my life, didn't know how to at all. So so I found a YouTube video from Pamela. A lot of people know her. Sterling Styles is her YouTube channel, and I just bought the machine she had, and I was like, well, see if it works. And I'm like, oh, this is easy. Okay, not a problem. I got it. It works.
Yeah.
So then I started from there, selling at the flea market, and then I was sick of going there because you're there literally 7 a.m. till like 6 p.m.
You were doing this pregnant?
No. Riley was born at this point. She was only like 4 weeks old. So I was already upset because I had to leave, but you gotta make money. So you don't really have a choice. Yeah.
Correct.
So I was there from 7 a.m. till about 6 p.m. every day. Well, not every day, only on the weekends.
Yeah.
But it was still a lot because my husband worked and he would either leave work early because it was in Baltimore City. So not the safest area. You don't want me there by myself. So
yeah, all day.
So he would try to get off work early to come, whatnot. So then I tried to like transfer it to online to Etsy because I was sick of being there all the time. So I was trying to build up my clientele and refer them to my Facebook page, and then from Facebook to Etsy. It took a while, but then I got it. So then we're finally able to leave the flea market for good.
Wow.
So that was good. Then I, went on Etsy and trial and error, and that kind of blew up a little bit. Then I tried YouTube, and it was a struggle at the beginning. I tried to start with makeup videos.
Like tutorials. Okay. She's like, what was
no,
I thinking?
I did one video and I got a few views because I look like a ghost. Like my makeup was that bad. So I don't wear makeup because I don't know how to, can't figure it out.
Oh my God, I'm crying. I have to watch it. I have to watch it.
I hope I deleted it. Some people make jokes in the comments like, I saw you from the beginning. And then I started doing them in my house and I was like, well, let me just do it for what I'm doing. I'm already doing it already.
Yeah.
And I watched another YouTuber, which was a lady I mentioned earlier, Pamela, and she does the same thing. She records herself, and I'm like, well, I love watching them, so maybe I can find people who like to watch me.
Yeah.
So I recorded them, like 10 views, 10, 20 views, and I was just like, well, it's better than nothing, I guess. And they just started to go up slowly. And then once I got to 1,000 subscribers, which took to me forever, but once I got there, it just took off, and I was getting, thank you so much. I didn't know I could do this. Thank you, blah, blah, blah. All that type of stuff. So then after that, I started my kids custom, I can't call it kids custom designs business because my Etsy shop is kids custom designs, but my website, I was like, well, start selling supplies for people to make. Because again, need some extra money still.
Right.
So something else. I don't think you should ever just have one form of income one way.
Correct.
It needs to be
100%.
all over the board.
Multiple streams of income.
Yep.
All day, every day.
Yep. All over the board. So I tried that. Didn't go so well. First trial at it. And then once YouTube started to pick up, then I tried it again. And then it worked. I was like, thank you, goodness. Like, it's hard to start things, but you just have to keep at it is the hardest thing. And then
you see that it's like a cycle though. That's something that you did was like, it was like literally like error repeat.
Yes.
Like, you just kept doing it, but obviously it's working because like look at all the subscribers you have on YouTube, you're following, like all of that.
Yes. Yes. Thank you. I guess the last business would be the AJ Blanks business, which I launched March or April. And that's just the shirts that I use to create the shirts. I was buying them from another company, but I wanted my own. And I tried it, I swear, at least 6 times, and it was never the quality I wanted. It was the wrong stuff every time. And I'm like, getting so frustrated. So I was finally able to get that figured out and get them all, custom made. And that's finally working. Like I said, it was a struggle, but
of course.
That's just how it all starts. It's not just gonna work overnight. It takes time, patience.
So how much time so far has it been? Like, how long has it been since you put like all of this together?
So I started everything when Riley was a few months old. So it's been about 4 years, and it was just, I just kept messing up. But I was like, you got to keep trying. My husband, I used to get so mad at him. He's like, It's not gonna happen overnight. Just be patient. A year from now, 2 years from now. And I'm like, 2 years? I don't
I
have
don't have the
time
time
for
for
that.
2 years.
Yes. But literally in the last 6 months, our lives have like drastically changed in the last 6 months.
Amazing.
And it's crazy. And I always tell all my subscribers, I know a lot of you guys are watching, and thank you guys so much for all your support. I appreciate it so much.
Yes.
And it's just a lot of things are possible just because, everybody supports each other. And that's the
Yeah.
biggest thing. And um, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, girl. But I think one thing I can definitely tell off the bat is just that you're just super genuine, like about
Yeah.
everything that you're doing. You know what I mean? Like you're not faking it or trying to like put up this front of like,
Yeah,
oh
no.
yeah, I had success overnight and no, and everything was great. Like, you know what I
No.
mean? Because I just feel like it doesn't show like a true perspective to what entrepreneurship is about. You know what I mean?
Yes,
And so I
yes.
feel like it just adds in. And then on top of the fact of like being a mom and your kids are still so young, like
Yeah.
how has that been challenging for you? Which, by the way,
Whew.
hello everybody for coming on. There's like some people saying hi and commenting, but
Oh,
try
hi
not to
everybody.
interrupt.
So,
This will be
hi.
posted later. Someone did ask if it will be posted later. It will be posted to the feed later that you guys can check it out and on the YouTube page. So anyways, keep it going. But mommy life mixed with
Yes.
this
Oh
because
my
I don't know
goodness.
like how much time it actually takes to like create the shirts and then you gotta
Yeah.
stop and then you gotta go. Like how did you balance that
Oh
or
man.
balancing?
So when I had Riley, my mother-in-law, luckily she runs a daycare. So Riley would go there during the day.
Yeah.
Then what happened was we moved. My husband worked in DC, and it was an hour and like 15-minute drive to work every day. But with traffic, it'd be like 3 hours. It'd take him, and he was falling asleep. And I'm like, no, we're
Yeah,
moving.
no
We
way.
are moving. I'm like, nope.
Yeah.
So we ended up moving down closer to DC. So daycare gone. I was pregnant with my second child at the time, and I had just found out I was pregnant.
Yeah.
I was maybe like 2, 3 months, maybe, and
Okay.
then of course my husband ended up getting appendicitis, literally right as we moved in, maybe a week later. So I was freaking out because he's in the
Oh
hospital,
my
and
God.
I'm like, this is insane, and then I'm scared to be at the hospital because all the sick people, and I'm pregnant, and I'm like, what's going on? I don't want to
Yeah.
be here, but I can't leave him by himself. So I was a whirlwind of emotions, and no one at the time knew I was pregnant because I didn't want to tell anyone until once you
Yeah.
pass 12 weeks. That's my
Yeah.
thing, at least. So no one knew, and I was just crying, tears crying, and everyone's just looking at me like, he's fine, it's just appendicitis. And I was like, but if
It's just
he dies,
appendicitis.
what happens? I'm pregnant. So there was that, and then once I had Roman, postpartum, full blast.
Did
Like
it hit you like on
I
a friggin' rock, bro?
yes,
That was
it's
like with my
literally
first, with my daughter Amelia. I literally was like, "What the f is wrong with me?"
yes. I was throwing tantrums on the floor, and my husband just looking at me like he don't know what to do. Like he's being strong, and I know he's probably like, this girl, what happened to her? But I literally was on the floor crying for at least 2 weeks. Like, I can't do this. What did I do? Why?
Yeah,
Because I'm used to, like, I wake up, I work, I have a routine, everything. I was just used to being able to work, but I'm
correct.
like, people have orders. The orders can't go on. I can't do anything. I can't work. And I'm breastfeeding, and I'm like, he wants to
Yeah.
eat every 2 minutes. I can't do anything.
Boys are a whole other mission. I don't know about you, but my son is so much more attached to me than my daughter would
Yes,
ever was. He wants to be
yes,
like this on me like 24/7,
yes,
girl. Breastfeeding
yes.
was a bill.
Yes, he is on me 24/7. He sees me, he needs me. And I'm like, "Oh my gosh,
Yeah, yeah, run.
like I love you, but can I breathe a little bit? Like
Yeah,
I need to
I
do
know.
stuff." And he's still like that, and I'm sure he's just mama's boy.
Yeah, mama's
It's
boy for sure.
it's just part of it, but that was the hardest adjustment I've ever had to make. And I'm like, I feel like I'm like, my business is gonna fail now. Like that's literally my
Yeah,
mindset. I was like, I did all this work, and now I can't do anything. So little by little, we got through it, and we tried to like make a schedule.
yeah,
'Cause my husband was still going to work at this point, and I'm like, well, when you get off of work, you need to come get the kids right away. Like I need to start working right when you get home from work. So we try to make a schedule. Um,
yeah,
and still, like when I had to be left alone with the kids, when he first started going back to work, I was in tears the whole day,
yeah.
all day. I'm like, this is so hard. This is so hard. And then like he was like, you need to do YouTube videos that go live on YouTube, because when I was live on YouTube, people were just so much support. So he's like,
Oh,
you feel so much better when you're on YouTube. I think maybe you think you're like a little bit back to normal. So just go do some videos. It'll
Yeah.
make you feel better. So I did that, and little by little it got better. I got used to it. But people say it doesn't get better, you just get used to it. So I got used to it. And then it started to get my business started to grow a little bit more, and then when I got the blank business coming, then I was like, I can't watch these kids at all. Like I can't during the day. I need to do something, but then COVID started, and I'm like, I can't put them in daycare. It's not possible because I'm not risking that. And I'm like, I can't get a nanny off care.com because I don't know who they are. I just was like,
or where they've been at,
yes,
around them.
yes,
That was my struggle.
yes.
That was my struggle, 100%.
So I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. So then, luckily, business was going well. So I spoke to my mother-in-law. I'm like, I know the daycare's closed right now because of what's going on. Would you be able to, watch them during the day, so that I can work? She's like, no problem. So now I have a nanny, a nanny. So she's luckily here during the week, so that I can watch. Not I can watch the kids, so she can watch the kids, and I can Keenan and I can work. Because my husband, he's home now too, so he's able to work. So we tag team things. We've just been blessed, literally. I tell him all the time. It literally, just a year ago, not even 6 months ago, it was just a totally different story.
I know.
So it's
wow,
crazy.
that's like super, I mean, honestly, that's like super encouraging to the heart, because I feel like anybody anywhere with at any point in your business, like things can change for the better.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
yes.
Like when you're going
through
it, it's like the hardest thing, because you're like, I don't see how there's any way down the road that any of this is gonna happen, and and then at an instant, like, you know what I mean? Like something happens, you launch something new, you check something out that's people are more interested in, like you create something fantastic, and then it's just like, that's it. That's it. We have a question. It said, is your husband working for you now?
Yes, for right now, yes. He is officially employed by Kids Customers.
Oh. My hubby is you know what? Honestly, I think that's like, so okay, so for me it's kind of like bittersweet, because like I worked with my husband with my dance studio, like
I saw
that. It was really difficult in a way, because it's like you have to kind of decipher when to be husband and wife, and like when to be like business partners or working together and all that. I think that was like the hardest thing for us for the longest time, because the thing is, I don't know about you and your husband, but me and my husband, we are both very headstrong people. So I'm like, this is the way that we gotta do it. This is the way that it's gonna work. And he's like, no, this is the way that it's gonna work. We gotta do it this way. And we go back and forth, girl. And I swear, I'm like, yo, the amount of time that we're wasting going back and forth, we could have gotten so much done.
My husband, I think I'm just mean, and I'm very very bossy is the word. And his father told him, never argue with her. She cannot argue by herself, so just let her argue by herself, because then you won't argue. So he's just like, what do you need done? Just what do you need done? He's very, very supportive, and
that's awesome.
He has ideas, but I'll be like, no, that's not a good idea. And then a week later, I'm like, how about this idea? I think that's a great idea. I came up with it myself. So yes, he has ideas, but I never
does that all the time.
Give him credit for it. Yes. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. No, but I love that. And I also think that now I also think with working together, though, it does give you almost like this special time that you guys do get to have together, because you're growing something like awesome together. You know what I mean? So it's like a different type of bonding for your relationship, and it also involves like a lot of trust. And then on top of that, you also have your kids.
That's the trust. I'm like, did you pack this order correctly? I check his orders 10,000 times. I'm like, no, you messed something up. No.
How about you go check it again one more time? Oh my God, this lady said, she said, that's the Latina in us. How'd you know, girl?
That was, so when we were at the flea market, like I think we grew as a couple when we were there, because it's like you're working together, it's teamwork. And then once he went back to work, well, not back to work, but once we left the flea market, it was just me running everything by myself. But now that he's home, it's like he's just so happy. He's like, it's like the flea market days again. He loves that. He loves spending time together, growing things together. He's like I call him the corny man. He's just he has all the emotions, all the sentimental he has more than I do. He takes it all.
I think our husbands need to hang out.
Yeah.
My husband is like, I call him like the king of corn. I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
he literally always, he always takes something super like emotional and something
Yes.
whatever. And I'm like, I love you. But that's all I can say. I'm like,
Yep.
I'm not the king of no corn. Like I just hear it. All right, we have another question.
911 Myra. Yeah. So when you worked at the flea market, did he have a job outside? Yes, he did. He had a full 9 to 5, or it was really different hours, but he had a full-time job at the time we were at the flea market. Yep.
That is something, especially with having a little one at that time. I can only imagine, because I had both of my kids in the process of like building my studio, and I swear it was like right when things were like building, because I had the time to really put
Yeah.
I had another kid. I said, no more kids.
Yeah, I said, no. I'm out.
My kids are the biggest blessing. I love them to death.
Yes,
but it's very hard, and it just involves a lot of time management skills that you really have to put in place to be successful for your business, because it's almost like essentially your business is a baby, and when you have multiple businesses, it's like multiple babies and follow-up processes and this and customer service and admin and sales and marketing and all of that stuff.
I turned him into customer service, admin. I just get so many emails. He says I suck at customer service. I let him answer stuff. It's just, I get overwhelmed sometimes. I'm like,
it's a lot.
It's like thousands of messages. Like I can't respond to everything. So here's my login. Here you go.
Oh, well, that's
so
good,
he is really good at that. So yeah, I need to grab some water and
you're good.
Give me a second.
Go ahead, drink your. Oh yeah, her phone is not on the stand anymore.
The stand was only sideways. I was like, what the heck?
I know, that happened to me the first time I went live. The first time I did one of these talks, I put it on the thing and I didn't realize, like, oh, it's gonna switch like automatically.
Yeah, no, didn't
do
it.
I had to get a new stand. I had to get a whole new thing. But whatever, it's all
yes. Oh yeah, someone said, yeah, so if you didn't know, my husband was a police officer. So that was the other thing. I was even more nervous because my daughter was she was a baby, and I'm like, no, you gotta go. You gotta leave that, because I was just, it's like scary.
Security officer type of positions.
That's how we met. Yeah, that was how we met.
Oh really?
You didn't see the video? The how we met video. Everyone laughed so hard.
That is so freaking cute. Oh, I started watching Angela last year and have seen her grow so much. She is such a great inspiration for everyone. Oh, girl, you got some really good support. No, seriously, she really is an inspiration. And anybody who is like doing any type of business like the way that she is or anything, I definitely encourage you to just see how she said, trial and error, and this girl kept going, and that's what's gonna make you get there eventually, which is honestly like, that just like warms my heart, just because it's so encouraging for me, because now I'm starting like my mompreneur coaching business and branding business, and so for me I'm like, it's work. Like starting something new again, you know what I mean? So it's like I'm working with people.
I always see you, I always saw you on Instagram. I'm like, oh, there she go, good. She got another. I saw the casa salsa, I saw that. And then everything you add, I'm like, go ahead. Every time I'm like,
I know. It's like, because why not? I mean, for me, it's just like, I realize at the end of the day, like everybody has like their own criticisms as far as what they believe like you should or should not be doing, or how you should be, especially as a mom. There's like so much like criticism around like you working or you having your own businesses or doing multiple businesses, because they all of a sudden it's a quote unquote you're neglecting your kids or you're neglecting your family, and you're, you know, what are you doing, where are your kids at, you know, things like that. And so for me, I'm just like, there's just no way. Like I love my kids, I take care of my kids, but I gotta do me. I gotta be happy.
I tell people if they ever comment on my video, you should be watching your kids. I said, you gonna pay my bills for me? You gonna cash at me? No? Oh, okay then. All right then. Yep.
That's hilarious, bro. Oh my god, I can't. I have to go check it. I have to go look at the comments in your YouTube. I feel like I'm just entertained,
man,
all day. Entertained all day. Oh my god. But one thing I do want to ask before we go is I want to know for anybody who is interested in doing what you're doing, or just any type of advice that you have for any type of, up and coming female entrepreneur, what would you say would be like your number one, number two, whatever you want,
Yeah, there's
advice
no
that you
number
would
one,
give them?
number two. It's a lot of
Yeah,
different
there's probably
things.
tons.
We spoke on a few. You have to be patient, and just because it doesn't work out the first time does not mean it's not going to work out. Literally, I think almost every business would fail. There would be nothing in the
Yeah,
world if people just gave up the first time.
correct.
I forgot what I was gonna say. I totally forgot. I had it in my head when you were talking.
You're like, I know what I'm gonna say.
Yes, I know.
It's okay. Think about it. Think about it.
Think about it. Always be yourself. That's another thing. And you have to believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself and you listen to what everybody else says, you won't be successful. And like, not at all. I get a lot of people who want to start the Etsy shops and they're like, oh, there's so many people who already do it. Should I still do it? And what I always say, I'm sure you guys could probably quote me by now, how many times did I say it? But I'm like, no one can do exactly what you do the way you do it. Yes, there's people out there that do the same thing, but they're not you. So put your spin on it, do what you want. It'll happen, but you have to believe in yourself. It's just not gonna happen overnight. Like it's not. It took me 4 years. Yeah, some people get lucky, but literally just keep working, and success will come. That's literally the biggest thing that I can say.
Girl, that's some gold. That's some gold. It was worth the 5 seconds wait to
just so I can figure out what I was gonna say. Oh my goodness.
Oh my God, no, but if anybody has any questions, we'll just take a really quick question.
Doesn't have to be quick. I have time.
Oh, you got time, girl.
My kids are being
as long as you got time.
This is like time to myself.
Oh, we already have a question. Okay, so I recently watched your new home warehouse tour. How big is that space? That's my dream craft room. How big is your space?
I measured it by my feet. I don't have, so I'd say maybe like Keenan, he's out there right now. I'd say maybe like 25 feet by like 15, 20. I can't do math, but it's pretty big. This room, it's a mess, so I can't show you everything. But this room is bigger than my other rooms since I can fit more machines in there. But it's a good size. It's definitely a good size for what I'm doing.
How many machines do you have?
4, 5. Yeah, 5. I have one over there. 5, and then I'm getting another one. The company's actually sending me another machine, another one of these.
Oh my
gosh. I finally was able to get, I guess, kind of like a, not sponsored, but kind of sponsored. So that was shocking in itself to me.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, that's freaking, bro. I cannot even imagine. Let me see. That was an amazing space indeed. Oh, these people are so supportive of you. I love it. I honestly love it. I think, another one. Watch your home warehouse video also. Where did you get those awesome open bins you use for storing shirts?
So you can get those bins from uline.com. They are a little expensive. In my Facebook embroidery help and motivation group, I forgot who posted it, but they have some at Walmart. They're under recycling bins at Walmart, and they believe they're $8 instead, so they're like half the price. So
that's not bad.
I would go there and get those.
Nice.
Yes, Robin. Yep, another Melco. Yep, it'll be here hopefully this week. So yeah, it's, I don't know, everything's crazy. Like I said, it's not that it can happen overnight because it didn't happen overnight, but sometimes I feel like it happened overnight because it's just, things just change so fast. And just be yourself, and help others, because I feel like that's a big part of why I feel like even saying I'm successful is like bragging. So I'm like saying that.
No, but you are. You've had success. So
I've had success. I've had success. That's a better way to put it. Why I've had success is because I help others. I really feel it's like it's karma. You help others, and good will come 100%. Back to you. Also, that's what I was gonna say. This. So literally, I'd be like struggling, and I'd get so upset because things weren't working out, and I'm like, this is gonna fail. Like, I started getting negative, and I'm like, you know what? For as much bad that's happening, that much good is gonna start happening. That's what I would say. I'm like, if this is such crappy times, it'll get so much better, and it has. So
Oh
yeah.
my God, that's amazing. Yes, the replay will be posted. It will be posted. Do you get your thread breaks while using the magna bobbins? I don't even know what that means, but you
Oh.
know.
So the magnetic bobbins, they do not eliminate, that's the wrong word. They lower the amount of thread breaks you have. Melco, maybe 1 or 2 thread breaks, possibly a shirt, sometimes 0, and these I'd say maybe 1. So yes, a lot better than others.
Oh my gosh. This is so freaking awesome. I think you're like the guest that I've had the most support with. Like these people are like your biggest fans, Angela.
Well, everybody, go to LexTalkBiz Instagram,
Oh yeah.
and yeah, how about you? Let me ask you some questions. Talk to me about your business, Alexis. What is your business about?
About my business.
Yes, yeah, throw it your way. Yeah, did it caught you off guard? So, Alexis, what's
Okay,
your
I'll just do
business?
like a really quick thing. So I owned a dance studio for 3.5 years.
Yeah.
It was a Latin dance studio, salsa and bachata, and I loved it. It was crazy though. It was very, very overwhelming. Just because I actually got my degree and basically like social services and social work, and I hated it. It was terrible. I got a job in it, and I was like, I'm done. And so I opened up this. I entered into the entrepreneur world. It was literally crazy for me. And so once COVID hit, obviously, like I'm in Florida, and we're apparently now like the new epicenter of COVID.
Yes.
So having a Latin dance studio, what are you doing? You're dancing with people, your clothes, your touch, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And so I had to make a decision. I had to make a decision about whether, I was going to continue moving forward with it or whatever it's going to do. So in my heart of hearts, I had decided that I was like, I really want to take like my knowledge, my experience, and help other mompreneurs who have a business, with their branding and really like showcasing like their authentic selves through their business. Because I had this like the hardest time with that, and my business struggled so much because I never knew what to post on Instagram. I never knew how to get people. I never knew how to like brand and showcase.
You're great at that now.
Yeah, now I'm like, let's go.
Yeah.
But before I was not like so like just like you said, like kind of like sharing the knowledge and showing like, hey, I have something that I can offer and help people out. That's what I want to do now. And so like my heart and soul is just to help like any female mom entrepreneur like with their business and their branding and growing it and coaching. So I have like new programs that I'm launching and releasing that I'm excited about. But yeah, I already started my coaching business. So I'm really just motivated about it. I think like I haven't been so happy in so long just because it's also giving me the time to like have freedom with my family again. Like my time isn't so tied up. Girl, I would wake up at 7 a.m, go drop my kids off at daycare, work for everything from my studio, then teach at my dance studio at nighttime. Then I wouldn't get home till like 10:30 at night. Like 10:30 at night, and I'm gone all day. And then meanwhile, like I had just had my baby. I jumped into dancing 2 weeks after I had my son. So he was 2 weeks old, and I had to.
I saw you dancing pregnant too. I said, how in the world is she doing that?
I danced up until I was 40 weeks pregnant. I was teaching because it was my studio. I was like, I was like, I can't stop. Oh, we got some Florida people in the house. What's up, Florida people? What's up? But yeah, like it was just such like a crazy thing. And so I think one of the things is I was like, this is like my end all be all, but God had a different plan. And honestly, it worked out because here I am like doing what I love, helping women grow their businesses in a way that like I appreciate and is fun. And so it's just been like such an amazing experience. Like I'm so ready to like grow, and you've motivated me with that YouTube, girl. I was like, all right, I need to start getting my ideas together.
Yes. I do think there's a lot of my subscribers, it's like they're mothers and they ask, I'm sick of working 9 to 5 and I want to do this full time. Like, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? And I'm just like, it's not going to happen right now, but just keep working at it. Just keep adding more stuff to your shop. Just keep going. And before you know it, yes, you will make enough money to be able to stay home with your kids. Working with your kids can be a little difficult, but
but you have more of a balance, and a balance that you get to choose, not that's like forced upon you. That's the thing that I realized, because I was like, oh, I'm doing all of this, but I'm also still stressed out. Like, but I was like, no. When I started this coaching business, I was like, I get to dictate my time
Yes.
with what I want to do,
Yes.
so that way I can have a healthy balance. That way I'm not so consumed by my work, but I'm also not so consumed by, you know, just my family and my kids and losing myself. You know what I mean? Like, it's been like a
Yes.
nice fine balance now that I'm just like so appreciative of. Oh my God, thank God.
Yes, it's so much better. My days always start out with Dunkin' Donuts. If it doesn't start there, it's not starting at all.
Girl, I
That's the
make
truth.
coffee every, bro. If I don't
I
make
saw your whipped coffee. What is that?
girl, okay. Everybody, you gotta get on whipped coffee. Whipped coffee is the new freaking thing. Whipped coffee is the new thing. Okay, so this is how it goes. It's equal parts of instant coffee, sugar, and like hot, almost like boiling water.
Yeah.
So I use Café Bustido, the espresso.
Okay.
Oh, girl, that thing. I use 2 tablespoons of sugar, and 2 tablespoons of boiling water. You freaking whip that thing up. Boom. It is like done within like 2-3 minutes.
Because I saw your thing and then
It's
an ad
like
popped up for
coffee
it.
crack. Coffee crack, like legit. Like, it's literally coffee crack. Like, if you are a coffee person and you're like, I need something new, something that's really gonna get me going, whipped coffee is the way. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Like 110%. I'm telling you, like, legit. I think I'm gonna. Y'all both mentioned being Latina. What is your favorite Latin dish? Looking for new foods to try.
I'm basic. I like black beans and rice. But it has to have the Cuban bread.
Yeah, oh my God, Cuban bread. My dad's family, well, my dad's side of the family, they're Dominican. So I would have to say, like, my favorite food is mango. Mango, like the smashed plantains with like onions and, oh my God.
I've never had it. But if I come back to Weston, I'll get some.
Fire. Oh my God. For nobody who's had Dominican food, you gotta try it. You gotta try it. Oh my, love you, Angela. Hard hustle all day. Hard hustle all day.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh my God. I love it. My kids are starting to go.
So
anyway, I think I'm gonna have to wrap this up.
Yeah.
I see them like over there on the stars, like peeking, like.
Yeah.
My daughter's I'm sure your daughter is probably a handful too.
She likes to do her own YouTube videos. I find them on my phone.
No way.
My phone, cause she has my old iPhone, so they link up to my photos on my new phone, and there'll be vlogs, and she vlogs. My mother, we're gonna do the caramel latte challenge. Yep. I'm gonna throw my mother in the dumpster when she throws her whole head like this, and I'm like, what do you mean to throw me in the dumpster? Then who's gonna watch you? My grandmother will watch me.
You'd be surprised. And my daughter now, she literally grabs my phone, and she's like, Mommy, I have to record. I have to talk to the people. Like, that's what she said, because like I'll be with her like on FaceTime or be with her on Instagram, and she's like, Mommy, I have to talk to the people. I'm like,
yep.
You're too.
Yes. They know. She's like, she
my life. But you know what? They're so entertaining.
My channel.
They're so entertaining.
It is. They are.
Oh my God, girl. Honestly, I love it. And honestly, thank you so much for coming on and talking with me and sharing with me. This has been so much fun, guys. So thank you guys for supporting everybody who's watching right now and commenting and being interactive. Thank you guys for watching. I will be posting this after, so we'll be on the replay, and I'll also be posting it to the YouTube page, well, my YouTube page. But definitely for everybody watching, check out Angela. Check her out. And for anybody who is interested in any type of coaching, branding, I'm here for you. So thank you guys so much. I will see you on next Sunday for my next special guest.
Bye, everybody.
Angela. Bye, guys.
You're welcome. Bye.